So
Right here.
I just want to say, since I'm under investigation by Colombia, I'm going to record this. So if anyone feels uncomfortable.
I do. If we're going to
So-
talk about any sensitive issues, security, things of that nature.
So I can't have the meeting. So this needs to be recorded.
I think,
You're the general counsel,
Yeah.
I
you
think
know.
we can't. I
Yeah.
think we're talking about security issues. I
Yeah.
don't think we can record the
Yeah.
meeting.
Well, based on New York law, I could have recorded it without letting you know, because it's a one-side, laws. We can, but I wanted to let you know because I respect you and I want to work with you. But
Yeah.
because Colombia is investigating me in what I see as a baseless investigation, directly related to this issue, I cannot be in this meeting without recording it.
I think we should proceed, and if we
Okay.
think that there is conversation that if we have to stop, we'll stop.
Is that okay? Accepted?
Yeah.
So, first of all, thank you so much for meeting me. I wrote a few points that I want, because, there's a lot of things I want to make sure that I remember. Because one thing I want to make sure is that it's clear that I initiated this meeting, that I emailed the president, the vice president, the general counsel, and the dean, did not get a respond until this event was made public and covered by major media outlets. And despite the direct threat to Israelis on campus, I have not been reached out to by the university, and none of the Israeli community have been reached out to by the university. That's the first thing. The second thing is I want to make clear that I requested multiple times that the President Shafiq, and the Vice President Rosberg would be in attendance, and multiple times they have refused. The third thing is that I just want to make sure, because we're going to be talking about things where facts are important, so I want to make sure we're on the same page, that Hamas, the PFLP, the Popular Front for Liberation of Palestine, and the Islamic Jihad are designated terrorist organizations by the US government. Can we agree on that as the facts? Can we not agree on that? That Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad?
I believe
Professor
that they are.
Tabata, I think this was a meeting about your personal safety.
No, this is a
expressed
meeting
concern.
about the safety for all of the Israeli community.
I think we need to adjourn the meeting.
So we can't agree that Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad are U.S. designated
Shai,
terror organizations.
You asked for a meeting, as I understood it.
No. I did not ask for a meeting. I asked for things. What is going to be done to the organizations that ran this event? What is going to be done to the faculty advisors that allowed this event and amplified this? What is going to be done to the Barnard Center of Research on Women, whose name is on the event? Will the president condemn Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and the PFLP? And what is Colombia doing to protect its Israeli students? This is not about my personal safety. This is a community safety.
That was the meeting that was offered, and I think
Right.
we need to adjourn the meeting.
But I'm sorry, but one second. I asked for the meeting because there is support for Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad, and the General Counsel of Colombia cannot say that they are terrorist organizations. You cannot say that that's a fact. They're designated by the U.S. government.
I don't think that's the meeting.
That is the meeting, because the event was in support of Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad. That is the meeting. How can we not talk about the terror organizations that were supported in the event as part of the safety for the Israeli and Jewish community? This is not a Shai Davidai issue.
I just want to say I just put out a statement on this event.
When did you put it out?
Literally, it came out within the last half an hour.
Right, so the event happened on Sunday. Today's Thursday.
We are conducting an investigation into the event, and we are going to pursue discipline against anybody who was involved who violated university policies.
But can we agree on the
That
facts?
I am-
So I'm sorry. If we're going to have an open conversation about safety on campus, we need to agree on the fact. Is Colombia not agreeing to the fact that Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad, you can open your phones, go to the U.S. government designated official foreign terror organizations, and see, can we agree on the fact that those three are terrorist organizations? We have the COO of Colombia, the General Counsel, the Vice President of Public Safety, the Assistant Vice President of Public Safety,
Yes, we can
the
agree.
Director of Operation. Can we agree on that?
We can agree on that.
Okay, so can we also agree on the fact, because this is about the event, and this is why it's important, Samidun. The organization that was invited to this event on campus this past Sunday has been banned for Germany due to its clear ties with Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad. Can we agree on that fact? And again, you can open your phones, you can go online and check. Can we agree that that organization was banned from Germany for its clear ties with terrorism?
I think we are prepared to talk today about your personal safety.
Not my personal safety, the Israeli and Jewish community safety. I'm representing
We should adjourn the meeting.
a
We can't
community.
talk about his personal safety.
We're just going to have to adjourn the meeting.
So we cannot agree on the fact that the organization that was banned
just-
from Germany this is a fact. This is not an opinion. You can go online and check now. We didn't even get to any opinions. I have opinions. I can tell you and I cannot tell you my opinions, but these are facts. This is about public safety of all. Do you want a meeting with every Israeli person independently, every Jewish person independently, or do you want one for the person that's been most vocal in support of the Israeli and Jewish community? If we're talking about public safety, this is what we're talking about. Can we agree on the fact that Samidun was banned from Germany for its clear ties with Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad? Do you want me to leave the room for a second?
Can you do me a favor yet? Can you excuse us for a minute?
I'll leave the room. I'll stop the recording. I'm recording again. Just want to be transparent about that. Yeah.
So, your question?
My question was, can we agree on the fact that Samidun, the organization that
Yes, we can agree.
is okay. So two more things. The two speakers at this event, Khaled Barakat and Charlotte Cates, who are the heads of Samidun, have been personally banned from the European Union for 4 years due to their open support for terrorism and armed resistance.
I believe that that's true.
You can Google it because this is a
Okay.
fact. Can
But
we agree on the fact?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so during the discussed event, Mr. Barakat referred to Hamas, PFLP, and Islamic Jihad as his friends. You probably saw the video on Twitter. Ms. Cates told students at Columbia that they should openly support the armed resistance, meaning Hamas, PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad. All three of them have taken part of the October 7th massacre. She also said that the massacre of hundreds of civilians, ranging from the 10-month-old Mila Cohen to the octogenarian Holocaust survivors, was a necessary action. Mr. Barakat and Ms. Cates' comments were received with applause. You can hear that on the video. Can we agree on this fact too? I can leave the room and you can watch the video.
I've watched the video, and I agree. And if you, and I will just tell you that we've already taken actions to ban the speakers who were at this event from Columbia's campus.
That's good to hear.
We have informed law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
We did that immediately.
Did you inform
After
about
the
the
event.
people that invited them?
We informed law enforcement about the event and who spoke to the spoke.
Did
to
you
the event.
inform the
I'm
law?
not going to go into the details.
Well,
of
if you're
our
going to talk
conversation
about
with
public
law
safety, I'm
enforcement.
asking you a simple question.
Can
Did
I
you
finish?
inform? No. Did you
Okay.
inform the law
Then
enforcement?
we're going to have to end the meeting.
So you did not. I can understand for that. You did not inform the law enforcers about the organizations and the people that invited these speakers, who you personally now said that you agree are clearly tied to Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad. You did not inform law enforcers about the organizers that invited them.
We informed law enforcement about this event.
Yes.
We have retained. We have an investigative firm that we brought in with law enforcement experience that is investigating the event, and we are going to pursue discipline against anyone in the Columbia community who violated university policies.
Okay. So I want to share another thing
That
with
is
you.
what we are going to do.
I'm going to share two papers with you, two things, and I made some copies. So everyone has, so you can't say that you don't have, or you can't dispute the facts. These are the, if I am not mistaken, 94 organizations, official organizations at Columbia University, approved by the university, that are part of the Columbia University Apartheid and Divest, the organization that invited these two speakers, who you just said have clear links to Hamas, PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad. This is a list from the Columbia Spectator. This is their own admission of who's part of this umbrella organization. Two things that I want to note. One, the first organization is Students for Justice in Palestine. Has this organization been suspended from Columbia since mid-November? Is that a fact? The answer is yes. I know you're quiet. Second thing, Jewish Voice for Peace, the second organization in this umbrella organization that invited these supporters of terrorism onto campus, Jewish Voice for Peace, did they or were they or weren't they banned from campus, suspended from campus since mid-November? Yes or no? The answer is yes. I can see you're quiet. The answer is yes. Both of these organizations are suspended and yet are still organizing. In addition to them, you have 92 other organizations of different things here. You can see all of them. What is going to be done to these organizations and the heads of these organizations that have signed on to this?
So, Shai, we are investigating this.
What's
and
to investigate?
We are going to pursue discipline against anyone who violated university policies.
So let me share another page with you.
That's where we are with this.
All right, so I'm going to help you with your investigation. So these are all the events organized. Well, actually, no, it's a restricted list, but most of the events organized by CUAD since November 30th. Starting with the unauthorized Low Library Hall of Shame, November 30th. Disruption action of Campus Street Lightning, November 30th. Rally for Palestine, unauthorized, January 3rd. Campus Rally, unauthorized, January 12th. Reading names of Quad described by CU spokesperson as unsanctioned and violated university policies and procedures, January 19th. Ceasefire rally on campus, unauthorized, January 24th. Rally on campus against IDF soldiers, including myself, and almost all of your Israeli faculty, students, and staff, and medical staff at the hospital.
Thank you.
Unsanctioned, January 24. Rally in support of terrorist Houthi group, which is fighting against U.S. forces, January 24th, unsanctioned. CU logo affixed to sponsor pro-Palestine protests at Riverside Church when in President Rosenberry's inauguration, February 2nd, unsanctioned. Organized march, February 2nd, chanting from the river to the sea, which I believe the university has said that calls for genocide against the Jews or any other groups, violates school's policy. This was told in December, unauthorized. Organized pro-Palestinian march protesting President Biden's visit to New York City, NYC, February 7th. Gathering on campus with megaphones protesting Israeli defense effort, February 8th, unsanctioned. Unorganized picket opposing Hillary Clinton's presence, February 9th. Rally on campus protesting NYPD involvement in campus events, again unsanctioned, February 12th. Protests outside the engineering career fair and stopping students from going into the career fair, unsanctioned, February 23rd. Disruptions of the GS Winter Gala, resulting in Dean Rosenmatt's foregoing remarks and exiting for safety through a back door. The dean of GS exited through a back door. March 6th, unsanctioned event. Martyrs Vigil at Sundial, March 6th, unsanctioned event. This is only a partial list. I don't expect you to remember all of these events, but all of these events happened. Why did you wait so long to start an investigation? Why did you wait for them to bring people with clear ties to Hamas that are telling the students that they should openly support Hamas? Why only now are you investigating this? No one has any answer? So I'm going to assume my answer is that you don't care or don't care enough. Unless you have a different answer, that's the answer I'm going to assume about Israeli and Jewish safety on campus. Does anyone have another answer that will refute the answer that Columbia University doesn't care enough? It cares, but not enough about the Jewish and Israeli community.
We came to talk about your personal safety. And
My personal safety is tied to the safety of the Israeli and Jewish community when there are people calling for support of the Hamas, the Islamic Jihad, and the PFLP. That affects my personal safety. If I wait to be shot down, gunned down by one of the students or faculty, because this event was amplified by faculty and staff for justice in Palestine, which is headed by individuals like Professor Catherine Fanke, who said that people like me, ex-Israeli soldiers, should not be on campus, by people like Joseph Massad, who called the massacre of October 7th an awesome event, by Professor Joseph Howley, who spoke at an unsanctioned event, an unauthorized and unsanctioned event, and not only that, but boasted about that on the Columbia Spectator. That is my personal safety. Any one of these people and the people that follow them in a country that has more guns than individuals can pick up a gun and shoot me, or any other person in the Israeli and Jewish community. How is this not concern of my public personal safety?
Shai, we're here because we have concern for your personal safety, and we wanted to respond to that concern that you raised.
So tell me what you're doing for my personal safety.
And we are aggressively pursuing and investigating this incident.
Investigations are not aggressive.
And we will, and we are going to pursue discipline against anyone who violated university policy. So that is what we're doing with respect to this event.
Let's be real for a second. I'm the only person here that's not wearing a button-down shirt. No, actually, also Gerald here. So I'm going to just be authentic. Is that not button-down? Let's not do corporate speak. What are you actually doing to protect me? If you want to talk about my personal
I've reached
safety,
out to you multiple times.
what are you doing to protect me from the PFLP,
These are the folks
Hamas?
I go to
What are
when
you doing?
I want to talk about public safety.
What are you doing to protect
So
me?
You have not wanted to meet with them.
No.
We're here.
No, I refused to only meet with the dean of the business school, and I will not be brushed away. That's why I insisted on the general counsel, the president and the vice president. Two of them did not show up and refused to meet me, and only the general counsel, who is now investigating me for my activity, showed up. So I want to know, what are you personally doing to protect me and the Israeli students? You don't want to talk about Israeli students? You don't want to talk about Jewish students? Talk about me. What are you doing to protect my safety on campus? That's what you wanted to come and meet. You wanted to come and meet and talk about my personal safety. What are you doing? And I'll take the silence as nothing. Unless you're doing something actively to protect me, I will take your silence as nothing. Does someone want to prove me wrong here? The General Counsel of Columbia, the COO of Columbia, the VP of Public Safety, the Assistant VP of Public Safety. Does anyone want to tell me what you are doing to personally protect me and all the other Israeli and Jewish members of our community from these things?
So I'd have to say, and Gerald, you are, I would appreciate you elaborating here. We evaluate every event that is held on campus for safety. We assign public safety officials to it. We get threat intelligence on a regular basis about incidents, about whether or not there are any credible threats. And if there were, we would staff it accordingly with public safety. We coordinate with NYPD where necessary. Gerald, do you...
Wait, so before we move to Gerald, I just showed you a list of more than a dozen unsanctioned events. What have you done in response to any of these events? Why are they still happening since November 30th? Well, we can start October 12th, the first event. I'll give you a pass because you removed these two organizations from campus and they didn't move and you did nothing about it. That's why you're facing 2 lawsuits and a congressional investigation, which I assume why the president refused to be here. I assume why Gerald Rosenberg refused to be here. What has been done due to these events to protect my safety? Don't corporate speak me. I want to know what is being done to protect me, the other Israeli and Jewish professors, the other Israeli and Jewish students, and the other Israeli and Jewish staff.
Well, Shai, anytime we have an event, anytime we get information that we're going to have an event such as this, we always bring in additional personnel. We take extra precautions based on the information that we have.
All right, so that's great. So you take extra precautions. So you're telling me that you allow these unsanctioned events to happen. You just said every time those happens, you allow those to happen, and we have a list. And all you do is bring unsanctioned event. Was there someone at this event?
Can I just say, as you I think are aware, there has been a significant evolution in our policies on unsanctioned events.
No.
We have a new demonstration policy that went into effect. Since that demonstration policy has gone into effect, we actually have had like one unsanctioned demonstration.
What happened to the people?
They got their notice of violation under the new demonstration policy.
What happened to the organization?
I can't speak to whether anything happened to the organization.
What happened to the faculty
But
advisor of the organization?
The individuals got their sanction letters, and we're also potentially pursuing discipline against others in connection with that event. But we look at and staff and provide security resources for events, and if they are unsanctioned events, then we pursue discipline, and that's what we're doing.
Right. So you're basically telling me that nothing is being done to act proactively to make sure that I and the other Jewish and Israeli community are safe. That's what you're saying. You're reacting.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You said right now, you said that you react to unsanctioned events by sending letters. You just said that.
No,
and,
I didn't say
and
that.
considering discriminatory.
You know what,
This.
Shai,
I'm
I
think we're done with this meeting. I just want to be clear that that you don't need an escort. You don't feel like you. Do you feel like you need any additional?
I will not let you legal speak this. So do you want to provide escort for the entire Jewish and Israeli community? Would you like me to start a petition? Sorry, 1 second. Start a petition that every Jewish and Israeli member of the community will ask for escort. Is that what public safety needs to deal with? Because I can organize that. If you want, we can from now on have 2 people from public safety on every one Jewish and Israeli faculty, staff, student, and doctors at the hospital. Do you want me to organize that? I can.
I'm mindful of the time.
I have time.
I think we're gonna we have to call the meeting.
So I'm going to ask just one last thing, because I think this is the big thing that could have solved this from early on and didn't happen and can solve this now. Will President Shafiq condemn Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad, and any support for armed resistance like the one we heard it for in this event? Will she condemn Hamas, the PFLP, and the Islamic Jihad, which you all have stated are designated foreign terror organizations by the U.S. government? I'll take your silence as a no. I think we're done. Thank you for meeting me.